everyone, my name's Krisi. I am the co-founder of Bed and Blend Tea Co, and I am the person that gets the joy of curating your monthly tea tasting club boxes. So we're kicking off a new thing where you can taste along with me every month, and these sessions will go over some of my favourites from the box, teach you how to taste. We'll have some extra tips as well, like cold brewing and cocktails. So yeah, you can join in every month. So I'm going to start with our gourmet box, but the things I'm going to tell you first is relevant to all of the boxes. So if you're on another box, that's cool, stick with me. I'm going to teach you how to taste tea the proper way and give you some tips as well to make the most out of your cuppers. The first thing you need to do is choose what you're brewing your tea in. I'm going to use our Brewdini Gravity Steeper because it's my favourite. More traditionally, if you were tasting tea, you would use a tasting set. Basically, whatever teaware item you like to use at home. We're going to do 1 cup worth today. So I'm going to take 1 heaped teaspoon of my tea. The teaspoon is a culinary teaspoon, so it's got that domed shape. So if you're using a normal kitchen teaspoon, take a real heap so that you get the full amount. And this is for 1 cup. The tea that we've got is ASSAM House Blend, which is my favourite out of the gourmet box. The great thing about the gourmet box is that it's always got classic flavours in there. So we will always feature at least 2 teas that are great with milk. It's got a lot of the black tea bases in there as well, the breakfast teas. And they're all about classic flavours, high quality ingredients. And we throw in a little curveball in there as well for you to try. So it's great for more traditional tea lovers. So I'm going to add my water. The tip here is to always use freshly drawn water. This one is a blend of Indian Assam tea and Sri Lankan tea, and we've got the bergamot oil in there as well. The leaves inside are what we call CTC, which means that they've been cut and torn and curled, so they brew a really strong strength. So to taste, I'm going to use my tasting cup, but you can use a mug, and I'm going to just decant my tea, like so. There we go. And we've got this beautiful liquor in the cup as well. So when you're tasting tea, it's really important that you take in the aroma and also look at the liquor in the cup as well, and you'll get to know what you like out of both of those things. It's not just the taste. So because this blend is very robust in its flavours, it's been designed to be drunk with milk. And then I'm going to teach you how to slurp tea the traditional way. So you can do this out of your mug if you want to, but the more traditional way to do it would be to take a spoon, and you just want to take a little spoonful of tea, and then the idea is to slurp noisily as you can, and spray those leaves over as many of the taste buds that you can hit. You also will inhale oxygen, which enhances the flavour and the notes, so you should get a real spread of the tasting notes in there. So I'm just going to demonstrate. So I'm just going to take a little spoonful here and then slurp. Yum, perfect. So this one is one of my absolute favourites of our breakfast range because I really like the hint of the Earl Grey in there and the fact that it's a really strong breakfast blend as well. Let me know what you think. The other 2 teas that are in the gourmet box this month are Dozy Girl and Smoky Russian. Smoky Russian I also drink with milk, but a lot of people don't. A top tip, if you're going to have it without milk, I only brew it for about 2 minutes, so try that out and see what you think. You'll get the real smoky flavours with that blend. And then Dozy Girl is a herbal tea. It's great before bed, and that one is absolutely no milk in there, and you can't really oversteep it. So obviously I've taught you how to do your hot tasting now. Remember to make that really loud slurp. But with this one, I thought I would show you how I like to enjoy it. So Sangria is one of my absolute favourite fruit blends. It's made of fruit pieces and flowers like hibiscus. It's not actually got any tea leaf in there, so it's caffeine free. And these ones are always great to have hot, but also I really like them iced or cold brewed. So I have used water in this one, nice and classic, hasn't got any extra sugar or anything like that in it. And all I'm going to do today is pour some out over a glass of ice and then give it a taste. The other 2 teas in the Flavour Explorer box that you've got this month are Ginger Beer, which is a rooibos tea, and Fairy Dust, which is a green tea. So Ginger Beer I like in exactly the same way. I really love it cold brewed, especially with lemonade. It's a really good representation of actual ginger beer, and obviously there's not any additional sugar or anything in there as well. Fairy Dust I prefer hot actually. So if you want to try that one hot, it's a green tea, so you just need to make sure that you use a cooler water. I don't have a fancy temperature controlled kettle, some of you might, so what I do is just put a little bit of splash of cold water in there first before I top up with my freshly boiled hot water. Last but not least, we're going to have a look at our caffeine-free box. Anyone that does like caffeine-free beverages, we're great for that because we've got a massive range for you to explore. Now, the teas in this box don't actually ever contain any actual tea plant. We use ingredients like herbs, fruit and roots to create hot or cold beverages that you can enjoy that naturally don't have any caffeine. In this box you have got a couple of blends similar to the Flavour Explorer, and this box does often replicate the Flavour Explorer more than the classic. So we've got sangria in here as well, and ginger beer, which I'm going to taste with you today. And the third and final one in this month's box is Bucks Fizz, which is an amazing, again, it's very, very true to a Bucks Fizz, and it's also got little gold sprinkles in there. All right, so we're going to try ginger beer. Ginger beer is a rooibos tea, so it's red bush. It grows in South Africa. It's naturally decaffeinated, and it behaves in a very similar way to the tea plant in that it can be dried, and it's really, really good for enjoying with milk and without. Now, I've cold brewed ginger beer as well as my sangria, and I've actually cold brewed my ginger beer in lemonade. Over the summer months, I much prefer my ginger beer as a cooling iced tea. In the winter, I do drink ginger beer hot, especially if I think I'm about to get a cold or I want something warming. It's also got lemon peel in there as well and lime leaves, so if you like a lemon and ginger blend, it's also good for that. So I've just prepped this exactly the same way as I did my sangria. I put my tea leaves in here, I've left it in the fridge overnight, and I've topped it up with lemonade. So yeah, I just pour and enjoy. Cheers. Thank you so much for joining me on the first tea tasting that we've done. We're going to be doing these every month, so if you have any feedback or anything you'd really like me to do, then pop it in the comments. Please do share, and if you want to follow along on our YouTube, we've got loads of different videos and demos, so you can hit the follow button. See you next month.